Good afternoon, folks. Right, I have got a CV boot to do on my AE92 Sprinter or Corolla, depending on what part of the world you're in. Yeah, had it up on the ramp the other day looking for bits and pieces. It's doing MOT in the next couple of weeks and discovered a rather split CV boot, so I'm going to change it to say stretch kit purely so I don't have to then take all the drive shaft off. Yeah, let's crack on with it. Yeah, first things first, we're going to go up in the air. See, I don't have too much clearance in my little workshop, but that's my hands out normally. It is definitely at a more acceptable height. Let's see if we can get it up there. Hang on a minute, I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get a light. There's the offending boot. So it's definitely going to fail an MOT, so we're going to need to change it. Right, I have a bit better access to it now. So I'm going to start removing bolts. One, the two there. And I'm going to try and leave these three bottom ones in, connected to the wishbone, purely for ease of getting it back in if I can loosen it enough. Well, if not, again I'm going to try and keep the brake line connected as well. But we'll just see how things. Right, there we are, we're disassembled now. I've had to undo a 17mm castle bolt on the, oh, my mind's gone blank now, forgive me, links to the steering rack. Then we've got two 19mm bolts on the suspension strut and a 30mm bolt, I don't know if we can see, that goes in the centre of the hub that holds the drive shaft in place. I've cut the cone off. Not looking too bad. I'm going to give that a clean up. Again, there are all the bits I've had to remove. Nut cover, two suspensions, castle, and again split pins, which I've just put that in there so I know what size I need, but we don't reuse them. I'm going to put the old CV boot down there out of the way, and that one's knackered, so we'll go start installing this. Right, as I said before, I'm cheating and using a stretchy boot. I know most of you won't have access to air compressors and ramps and whatnot, but it sure makes my life a lot easier, I'll give it that. And we've got a quick demonstration. There, all it does, once the boot's over the end of it, you twist like that and it will open so you can get the boot over the drive shaft. And how do I close? I can't remember how to close. Oh, it should just spring close by itself. Yeah, handy bit of kit, well worth having. So it's going to make this job a lot simpler. Right, let's crack on. Right, now we're all the way on. We can then use one hand to lift up. There we go. That's on without having to take the entire drive shaft off or buggering about. Right. So much simpler. Right, next we've got to start clipping this up and packing it back with grease. And yeah, pro tip, wear gloves, but I've run out at the moment. I've got more in order for stock. I should have done that beforehand, but I'm an idiot, so. Alright, then boots now all slid on and done up tightly. Grip not, if it'll focus, not the best in the world, but I haven't got the proper tool for the moment, so I may do. I am going to order the proper tool up, and if it starts catching, which I think the other side did before, I will reorder some clips and put the clips back on. Yeah, now we've just got to start reassembling it all. And there we go. Done the 2 bolts back up. Hold that to the strut. The steering rack is done up. So you can see new split pin in. New split pin in the front with that done up. What's left to do is put the wheel back on and lower her back down. Right, last thing I had to do, put the wheel back on. It's pretty obvious really, you're not going anywhere without a wheel. Advice, never gun your wheels up. That is set to God knows what, but we'll over tighten them. What you need to do is get yourself a torque wrench. There we go. That will properly adjust it to what it needs to be. If that's going to focus, maybe it's, you know, no, it's not gonna. But yeah. Anyway, that's set to because we're working in metric. Set. There we go. Yeah, set to metric. So set to 100 Newton meters. It's about right for the car. I think factory should be about, I think it's 100 or 103. It's close to around there. So yeah, make sure they're done up tight, and we'll recheck in about 50 to 100 miles to make sure they've not loosened up, and just give them a quick nip if they have. And yeah, job is good.